President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim stressed urgent need to promote peace and security in the region. Foreign Minister Badr Abdul Ati condemns the Israeli aggression on Gaza and Lebanon during the preparatory ministerial meeting for the extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit. And Foreign Minister Badr Abdul Ati discussed Egypt's ongoing efforts with Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Mustafa to secure an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. You're now watching the latest updates in Egypt on Qnews. Moving on to the latest developments. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim held talks focusing on the urgent need to promote peace and security in the region. The leaders discussed the worsening humanitarian crisis in Gaza and condemned Israel's ongoing military operations. They also denounced Israel's continuous violations of international humanitarian and human rights laws, highlighting the devastating impact in Gaza. Furthermore, they criticized Israel's repeated violations of Lebanon's sovereignty through incursions and airstrikes. Malaysia expressed appreciation for Egypt's efforts in facilitating the delivery of humanitarian aid from Malaysia to the Palestinian people in Gaza, where urgent assistance is needed. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has confirmed Egypt's continued effort to secure a ceasefire in Gaza and Lebanon and facilitate the delivery of humanitarian aid. In a joint press conference with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, President al-Sisi emphasized Egypt's determination to continue its efforts to provide assistance to Gaza, aiming to alleviate the suffering caused by violence and hunger in the region. He also warned that failure to act could escalate regional risks beyond the current conflicts in Gaza and Lebanon, a concern that he shares with the Malaysian Prime Minister. For his part, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim praised Egypt's support for Palestinians in Gaza and its efforts to resolve the crisis. In a joint press conference with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Ibrahim emphasized Egypt's significant role in the region and stressed Malaysia's intention to strengthen cooperation with Egypt, particularly in the areas of energy and education in the near future. Foreign Minister Badr Abdul Ati has condemned the ongoing Israeli aggression in Gaza, which has continued for over a year amid international silence. He highlighted the urgency of halting Israeli attacks, including those in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Speaking at the preparatory ministerial meeting for the extraordinary Arab Summit, Abdul Ati also denounced Israel's aggression against Lebanon, calling for an immediate ceasefire and the implementation of the UN Security Council Resolution 1701. He urged support for Lebanon's state institutions, particularly the Lebanese army, and called for the election of a consensus president free from external interference. The Minister of Foreign Affairs reaffirmed Egypt's support for Syria, stressing a commitment to respect Syrian sovereignty and reject foreign interference in Syria's internal affairs. He emphasized the importance of preserving Syria's territorial unity and integrity. In a meeting with his Syrian counterpart, Bassam Sabagh, Foreign Minister Abdulati highlighted Egypt's active role within the Arab Contact Committee on Syria, which aims to enhance Arab efforts to resolve the Syrian crisis. Both ministers expressed a shared desire to restore close coordination between Egypt and Syria within the Arab League framework. Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati has emphasized the importance of strengthening Egypt's Djibouti cooperation across all sectors during his meeting with Djiboutian Foreign Minister Mohammed Ali Yusuf. Abdulati highlighted the long-standing close ties between the two countries and the need to intensify joint efforts to enhance economic and political collaboration, especially given the recent positive developments in the relationship. The meeting also covered the latest regional developments with a focus on issues affecting the Horn of Africa and the Red Sea. Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati has discussed Egypt's ongoing efforts with Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Mustafa to secure an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and ensure the full unconditional delivery of humanitarian aid to the region. Abdulati expressed strong condemnation of Israel's continued aggression and its attempts to hinder UNRWA's operations, stressing the agency's vital humanitarian role in providing relief to Gaza residents. He noted that Egypt has supplied over 70% of the aid delivered to the Gaza Strip. Egypt's Foreign Minister and Immigration has also met Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Nigeria on the sidelines of the Arab Islamic Summit in Riyadh to discuss ways to enhance bilateral cooperation in various fields. Minister Abdulati affirmed Egypt's readiness to enhance joint cooperation with Nigeria and provide the necessary support in confronting terrorism in light of the escalating security threats in the Sahel region. He also emphasized Egypt's aspirations to boost bilateral relations in trade and investment, highlighting the significant presence of Egypt's companies in Africa across various sectors, particularly construction, infrastructure, and energy. Al-Azhar Grand Imam Ahmed al-Tayyib will participate in the opening ceremony of the 29th session of the United Nations Climate Change Conference COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan, from November 11th till the 22nd. In a statement, Al-Azhar announced that al-Tayyib is set to deliver an important speech focusing on environmental preservation and how to address the global climate crisis from an Islamic perspective. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has highlighted the importance of the presidential initiative Housing for All Egyptians, which aims to provide affordable housing units for citizens across various governorates. During a meeting, Minister of Housing Sharif Asharbini provided an update on the implementation of the initiative, noting that 700,000 housing units have been completed, with 616,000 already allocated. Additionally, 244,000 units are currently under construction, including 166,000 designated for the low-income segments. The Ministry of Health and Population has signed a cooperation protocol between the Medical Emergencies and Genetic Disease Fund and the Central Bank, with Health Minister Khalid Abdel Ghaffar and Central Bank Governor Hassan Abdullah in attendance of Ministry spokesman Hossam Abdel Ghaffar explained that the cooperation will support the treatment of genetic diseases. He emphasized that the law establishing the Fund for Confronting Medical Emergencies and Genetic Rare Diseases is intended to cover the treatment costs for patients with genetic and rare diseases, alleviating any financial burden on citizens. Minister of Health and Population Khaled Abdel Ghaffar has announced that the Bidaya initiative has provided a total of 103,179,025 services benefiting 702,017 individuals in women's empowerment and training through 223 services and activities. Additionally, 16.7 tons of meat were distributed to 16,740 families, along with 66 comprehensive development convoys. Ministry of Health has announced that the 100 Days of Health initiative provided a total of 157,499,938 medical services over the past 100 days. This includes more than 57 million services through the primary health care and family planning sector and 35 million services through the therapeutic care sector. Minister's spokesperson Hussam Abdel Ghaffar stated that the campaign delivered 3,763,905 services through units of the General Authority for Hospitals and Educational Institutes. And the Mental Health Support Initiative provided 6,918,259 services, while hospitals and clinics of the General Authority for Health Insurance delivered 18,762,808 services. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Health, Dr. Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, has met with the CEO of Corporate Security and Government Relations at Dubai Port World, along with the Head of Security and Government Relations for Dubai Port World in Egypt, to review the progress of the Sukhna Hospital construction project. Minister Abdel Ghaffar stressed the importance of completing the hospital swiftly to serve the public as soon as possible. The project, covering 20,000 square meters and costing £491 million, will feature 72 inpatient beds, 10 ICU beds, 3 operating rooms and an imaging department. Mohamed Salah saw as Liverpool extended their Premier League lead with a 2-0 with over Aston Villa. Salah netted his 10th goal of the season, securing a 5-point lead for Liverpool after Manchester City's loss to Brighton. His late goal provided a crucial caution, marking Liverpool's 15th victory in 17 games under Arne Slot as they strengthened their hold on the title race. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here is what we've been covering. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim stressed urgent need to promote peace and security in the region. Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati condemns the Israeli aggression on Gaza and Lebanon during the preparatory ministerial meeting for the extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit. And Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati discussed Egypt's ongoing efforts with Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Mustafa to secure an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments. Many thanks for watching.